Arithmetic mean. We refer to the arithmetic mean one time by x bar and one time by mu. X bar if you have sample and mu if you have the population. We can compute the arithmetic mean for the both cases, ungrouped data and the group data as well. To figure out the difference between them, try to check those two examples with me. In example 1, let's suppose you have 10 friends. The weights of 3 of them are 60 kilogram and 62 kilogram and 67 kilogram. To compute the average or the mean of those weights, the average will be the summation of those weights, 60 plus 62 plus 67, divide all of that by 3, the answer will become 63. Then the average here 63. We rename this average x bar. Why x bar? Because I choose just 3 friends. If you choose all of them, the 10, at that time you can rename this average by mu. In example 2, the discussion a little bit different. Let's suppose also you have 10 friends. But out of those 10, you have 2 friends, their weights between 150 and 160 in pounds. Again, you have another 2, their weights between 160 and 170 in pound, and all the remaining between 170 and 180 in pounds. In this case, as you can see, we categorize the weight. In this case, we have group data. But how to compute the average or the mean for such kind of data? Then how to compute the mean for group data, like those data here. In this example, the following table gives the frequency distribution of number of orders received each day during the past 50 days. At the office of email order company, calculate the mean. Then to calculate this mean, try to insert those data inside this big table. Then the first interval from 10 to 12, after that from 13 to 15, and then from 16 to 18, and from 19 to 21. And the next column, inside the next column, put the frequencies. Those he gave it to you, 4, 12, 20, after that 14. Now to compute this column x, you should find the midpoint. Then this interval starts from where to where? Between 10 and 12. Then you can add them, 10 plus 12, and divide that by 2. The answer will be 11. Same here. The middle between 13 and 15, it's 14. And the middle between 16 and 18, it will become 17. And the middle between 19 and 21, it will become just 20. Now to complete the next column, just multiply f by x. Here I have f and here I have x. Let's start. Multiply the first number by the first number. Then 4 multiplied by 11, the answer will become 44. Multiply the second one with the second one. That means I'm going to multiply 12 by 14. The answer will become 168. After that, I'll multiply 20 by 17. Then 20, when you multiply it by 17 by the calculator, it will give you 340. And at the end, I'll multiply 14 by 20. Then 14, when you multiply it by 20, the answer will become 280. Nice. After that, try to add those numbers together. Then 44 plus 168, 340 plus 280. When you add all of them by the calculator, they will give you the total 832. Now to compute the mean x bar, the rule of that equal to fraction summation of what? F multiplied by x, divided by the total n. Then x bar equal to, this one we did it before. Here is the answer, 832. Then n equals to how much? N equal to 50. Then I will divide that by 50. Then the mean will come, or the average will be this number, 16.64. We refer for the standard deviation by sigma or S. Sigma for the population and S for the sample. Again, I'll try to compute the standard deviation for the ungrouped data and the group data as well. To be able to differentiate between them, I'll try to solve one example for each one. In example 1, I'll try to calculate the standard deviation of those ungrouped data. To compute the standard deviation, try to insert the data inside the table. Then I have here 82 and 93 and 98 and 89 and then 88. Try to add all of them together. The total of them will be 450. Nice. Then to compute the x bar here, it's easy. Their summation 450, and I will divide about their numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's mean I'm going to divide that by 5. The answer will become what? Will become 90. Then I have now the mean or the average. The next column here, it will be x minus x bar. X, it's mean this number, I have 82, minus x bar, we did it here, 90. By the same way, I'll try to take the next x. I have 93 minus 90. After that, I have 98 minus 90, and 89 minus 90, and 88 minus 90. Try to make this subtraction with me now for each line. Then it will give us 82 minus 90, it will become negative 8. And 93 minus 90, it will become just 3. And 98 minus 90, it will become 8, positive 8. And again, 89 minus 90, it will become negative 1. After that, 88 minus 90, it will give me what? It will give me negative 2. Now to complete the last column, try to compute with me x minus x bar all square. That's mean try to make a squaring for this number. Negative 8 all square, it will become 64. At the same time, 3 all square, it will become 9. And 8 all square, also 64. And negative 1 all square, it will become plus 1. And negative 2 all square, it will become what? It will become just 4. Now, the standard deviation of this sample will be the standard deviation equal to root of this fraction, summation x minus x bar all square divided by what? N minus 1. That means the standard deviation of this sample will be root of fraction. The summation of x minus x bar all square, we did it here, 142. Divided by n, the number of the data, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That means it will become 5 minus 1. Then the standard deviation for the sample S equals to 5.95. And as you can see, all the time the standard deviation will be what? Will be positive. Again, remember, I consider those data as what? As sample. If you consider them as population, for population, the rule at that time will be sigma equal to root summation x minus x bar all square divided by just n. You have this part and you have this part, just divide and take the root, it will give you the standard deviation of the population. Then now I'll try to compute the standard deviation for group data, like those data. Then first of all, I'll try to insert them inside the table. Then the first interval from 22 to 24. After that, from 19 to 21, and from 16 to 18, and then from 13 to 15. After that, from 10 to 12. Then this is the class or the classes, and the frequencies, it will become the corresponding frequency for each one: 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, 4. Try to add all of them. Their addition will be approximately 30. Here I'll try to compute x. If you remember, x will represent the midpoint. Between 22 and 24, you can just add them. Then 22 plus 24 divided by 2, the answer will become 23. Then here the midpoint 23. For the second interval 19 and 21, it will become just 20. For the third interval 16 to 18, it will become 17. And from 13 to 15, it will become 14. And from 10 up to 12, then it will become 11. Good. After that, as usual, I'll try to multiply the frequency with x. Then I'll multiply this column with this column. Then let's start. Try now to multiply with me 5 multiplied by 23. I'll multiply this 5 by 23. The answer will become 5, 23. The answer will become 115. And when you multiply 6 by 20, the answer will become 120. And when you multiply 7 by 17, the answer will become 119. And when you multiply 8 by the corresponding 14, the answer will become 112. And when you multiply 4 by 11, the answer will be 44. Again, I'll try to find the summation of this column, all the number, add them together, it will give you 510. Now from those details in the table, I'll try to compute the average x bar or the mean. It will become 5 and 10 divided by 30. It will give me approximately 17. And this 17, it will help me to complete this column, because this column x minus x bar. Then let's start. The x here equal to what? 23. Then 23 minus x bar, I know it's 17. The next number here I have 20. Then the next x 20 minus 17. After that I have here 17. It will become 17 minus 17. I have 14. It will become 14 minus 17. And I have 11. It will become 11 minus 17. Excellent. Now try to compute all of those. Then x minus x bar equal 23 minus 17. It will give me 6. And 20 minus 17, it will give me just 3. 17, subtract 17, it will become 0. And 14 minus 17, it will become negative 3. After that, 11 minus 17, it will become negative 6. The next column, it will be the squaring of them. Then x minus x bar all square. That means I'm going to make squaring for each one. 6 squared, it will become 36. And 3 squared, it will become 9. 0 squared, still 0. And negative 3 squared, it will become positive 9. And negative 6 squared, it will become how much? It will become 36. Now the last column with me. What should I do in this column? I'll try to multiply f, the frequency, by x minus x bar all square. That means I'm going to multiply this f with this x minus x bar all square. Let's start. The first number here I have 5. And then 5 multiplied by 36. After that, the next one I have 6. Then 6 multiplied by 9. After that I have 7. 7 multiplied by 0. Then 7 multiplied by 0. After that I have 8. Then 8 I should multiply by 9. After that 4 I'll multiply by what? 4 I'll multiply by 36. Now try to compute each one by the calculator. Then it will give you 5 multiplied by 36, it will give me 180. And 6 multiplied by 9, it will become 54. And 7 multiplied by 0, it will give us 0. And 8 multiplied by 9, it will give us 72. After that, 4 multiplied by 36, it will become 144. Now try to add those numbers together. The addition of those numbers, it will be 540. Then Now I'll try to compute them in the standard deviation. I will consider those data as a sample. Regard that the rule of the standard deviation will be root of fraction. Here I have the summation of f multiplied by x minus x bar all squared divided by what? By summation f minus 1. Then let's substitute inside this formula. This one, I did it here with you. Then it was 540. And give me the summation of f. This is the column of f, the frequency, and the summation of the frequencies here, just 30 minus 1. Then this s, the standard deviation of the sample, equals to what? 3.91. If you want to compute, if you consider from beginning those as a population, just remove this one. Then at that time it will give you sigma. Now try to solve those questions and share your solution with me. Thank you.